Hi, I'm Sammy. I run the Fulhamish podcast and I'm looking forward to Fulham's first game back in the Premier League against Crystal Palace at the Cottage on Saturday. It feels great to be back in the Premier League. It's been quite a long 4 seasons in the Championship. There isn't a huge amount of novelty to being back at this level because we were in the top flight for 13 years. So it's not like there's a million new grounds or this is a huge new experience to Fulham fans, but it is good to be back. I loved the Championship. I actually had a great time supporting Fulham there. New grounds, new places to see, and also it was just some new experiences with Fulham and something different from being in the Premier League where it is also sanitised. However, we have a very, very talented young team that we put together and a bright young manager as well, and it's great to see that Fulham will get to test themselves and this new team in this league. And also it's been fantastic to see some of the signings that have come through, the likes of Jean-Michel Seri and Andre Schürrle, who would have obviously been way out of our league in the Championship, and it's going to be really exciting to see those kind of names down at Craven Cottage. So yes, love the Championship, but happy to be back. Yeah, I mentioned a few of those new signings that we've made. We can actually pretty much make a full starting 11 out of the signings that we've made this summer. We've been incredibly busy, maybe even a few more transfers than I think we really needed, but I'm not going to complain about making too many transfers. Andre Schürrle is obviously incredibly exciting. He was brilliant for Chelsea and also brilliant for Germany in that World Cup that they won, so quite excited about him. It's great to have Mitrovic back as well. Some of the new signings, to be honest, I don't know an incredible amount about. However, I do know a lot about Jean-Michel Seri, who has signed from Nice, one of the most sought after midfielders in Europe. Was touted to be moving to Barcelona last summer. He's ended up at Craven Cottage somehow. So yeah, I think him in the middle of the park, pulling the strings. Apparently he's got a beautiful eye for an assist as well. I'm very excited to see him play. Ryan Sessegnon's definitely going to be a future England player. I think there's absolutely no doubt about that. Since he burst onto the scene when he was just 16 years old, you could tell that this was not just some standard youth academy product and that he was a cut above the rest. He's not lightning quick, although he's got good pace. He started off as left back, but has quite quickly worked forward to becoming like a left forward, left winger really. He's just got a fantastic eye for space, particularly in the box, and that's why he got so many goals last season. Is he just has this brilliant natural movement. He finds a pocket in the box and then he's got a lethal strike to find goals, and he also chips in with a lot of assists as well. He's just a very intelligent player. That's his main quality, and that's why I think he'll be absolutely fine in the Premier League, because intelligence will get him so far. You can rely on your physicality, and he might struggle with that side at first, but with that intelligence he doesn't need to be the quickest, the most physical, the strongest, because when you are seeing space like he does, he'll definitely get a few goals and assists. I think one of the players that might surprise a few people this season is Cyrus Christie. He didn't actually start for us too much last season in the Championship because of Ryan Fredericks, who's gone off to West Ham. But he's a very, very capable right back who has a great eye for an assist, and he loves bombing forward up the right hand side. He's not really had too much of an opportunity to cut his teeth in the Premier League, and actually I think he's going to be a fine right back for us this season. So not one of the kind of sexier names that Fulham have signed or got in the team, likes of Carew and Cess and Mitchell and all that, but I think Cyrus Christie will chip in with a few assists and really prove his name this season. It's so hard to predict where Fulham are going to finish this season, because you still have to say that staying up for us is the objective, even though we have spent a stupid amount of money. Although I still believe we've just had to spend that money to compete with the rest of the Premier League, really. Our squad is still valued lower than Burnley's, for example, and that's despite us spending so much money this summer, and the likes of Palace as well. I think that we've just had to spend that money to even be in the same ballpark as you guys. So I don't think it's just going to be easily, Fulham will finish in the top 10 because we made a load of signings. It's just not going to work out like that. I think Fulham are going to finish 12th, 13th, and that's absolutely fine. Like, I'd like to be safe from relegation worry and not have that hanging over us over the last few months of the season. So yeah, I think Fulham will finish up to lower mid-table. Well, I'd be absolutely lynched if I went for anything other than a Fulham win on Saturday. It's our first game back in the Premier League. I think that's going to be a huge impact. The atmosphere is going to be great at Craven Cottage. It's a sellout in the home areas. So yeah, I think Fulham will turn up on Saturday. It's going to be difficult because our new squad hasn't had too much time to gel, but I just think that new boy luck and a good atmosphere at Craven Cottage might just get us over the line. So I'm hoping for a 2-1 win to Fulham.